ain't that something?
Which looks like it's gotten a little bit before, which is good.
Oh, you get it.
Alright guys, what's going on? So today we have a super special video because we're making the trip up to Los Angeles, California to head to SEMA Garage. We got the invite through SEMA Garage as well as Ford to take a look at the new 2022 Ford Maverick. We're going to take you guys along for the ride. It's going to be an incredible video, so stay tuned as we get to check out the brand new 2022 Ford Maverick. Got the Fox body looking pretty dang clean. Just finished that detail. Man, that thing looks so much better. Can't even get over how much nicer this car looks. Got Garrett and all his fancy gadgets over there. Trying so hard. So one's gonna make my video look good. We got a long drive. His car has AC, mine does not. So we figured we're not gonna take a black car with no AC on a 2.5 hour drive. We're gonna take something a little more comfortable and a little bit, you know, nicer than that.
I should have gotten a few posts. Did not work. Does it work? No, I don't think so. But it was accelerating. Oh, slowly. You need to go pull with cruise control. It's working. It's a very slow pull, but it is a pull. Oh my god. Kind of works.
You can do cruise control pulls. It's a fact. Oh boy. Well, ain't that something? All right, wow. So look at that. Golly gosh dang you guys, we made it to SEMA Garage. Ain't that something? We made it, boys. Never in a million years that I could be able to come here. It's pretty dang cool. And we made it in a Mustang. Gotta have some sort of a cool car. His car has AC, which didn't really want to work. I'm gonna force him to recharge it because it kind of sucked on the way up here. All right, you guys, made it to SEMA Garage. That is absolutely crazy. This is super cool. We have an exclusive look at two very special trucks here. We have the 2022 Ford Maverick Lariat and the XLT in a 2-liter EcoBoost as well as a 2.5 hybrid. Now we have two different special vehicles that SEMA is working on very closely. We get to give you an exclusive look on what they're doing with them and why. So let's walk in and check it out. Now you guys, I wasn't kidding. This is exclusive to you guys. We walk in, it's the main lobby. This is really cool. Got our little time capsule right there. That is really cool. But they got a bunch of cool stuff in here. This is a like automotive style commercial building, which is really cool. So we kind of walk in here. We got our little experimental lab. We've got these two things in here. Oh my gosh, isn't that cool? All right guys, what's going on? So today we are up at SEMA Garage, checking out some of the new Ford Mavericks. This is a new vehicle Ford's dropping in 2022. I'm gonna give you guys a first look at some of the vehicles they're working on. So it's my friend Luis. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. So what are you guys going on? What is this place we're in? What are you doing? And what are these two vehicles we got going on?
Yeah, so you're in the SEMA Garage. Many people don't know that SEMA itself is an association and it has other things outside of the SEMA show, right? That's what we're really known for.
Yeah.
Basically, the other 360 days of the year outside of the show, we're here. We're in this facility, and we're helping aftermarket manufacturers develop products.
Okay.
Through multiple different services.
Yeah.
And what you're seeing here is an event called a measuring session. And this is where it's a very unique event where we invite aftermarket companies that are part of SEMA. And they get to have a first look at these Ford Mavericks well before the vehicles even hit the market.
Yeah.
So that gives them that leadway to be able to capture data, take measurements, whatever they need to develop a product and have it out to market by the time that the vehicles hit through their lot.
Nobody wants to buy new toys for their new toy more than the day they buy it. So
yeah,
I
exactly.
It works out perfectly.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we'll bring your camera over here. Check this out. So you guys have just scanned these. You have the scan tool right here. That puts it in a CAD file, right?
Exactly. So here we actually scan the underbelly of one of them. And you can do multiple different things. You design a skid plate for this. Maybe if you're going to do an off-road application, heck, if you want to lower it, in some cases, right? Maybe you do a front splitter for an aesthetic there. Yeah. So really, you digitize the vehicle. Yes. So when the vehicle leaves, you have now a digital footprint that you can go back and reference now.
Yeah, because the cool thing about these two is you have the 2.5 hybrid over here, and then we have the 2-liter EcoBoost over here, but they're two completely different builds. And these are not getting, just stock stuff. These are completely different builds for SEMA.
Exactly. So here, like I said, we have the 2.0 liter. This is the FX4 package Lariat, and it's all-wheel drive.
Okay.
So that tells you a couple things, right? So the builder is likely going to be doing an off-road inspired vehicle.
Okay.
Which we're gonna go a couple of inches up,
Yeah.
maybe do some overlander and adventure aesthetics there.
Yeah.
But on this one here, right, we have our 2.5 liter hybrid XLT. And on this one, you can go, rather than, it's only front wheel drive.
Yes.
So rather than doing an off-road vehicle here, now you can go the opposite way, right?
Yeah.
Do a little bit lower clearance vehicle, maybe do some spoilers on it. Really what that mini truck used to have.
Got it. Yeah, that's kind of what I noticed the first time I saw it. I was like, it's smaller than the F-150s. It's smaller than the Ranger. It's like its own little tiny vehicle, and it's, you know, old new school mini truck in its own way, which is kind of cool. So.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited to see how they do in the market.
Yeah,
so
yeah, definitely.
I'm ready for them.
We're going to dive into these a little bit closer, kind of show you guys some of the suspension components I got going on, and give you some first looks at inside of this truck and all the new tech that's got going on. This is cool for me. I am a college student, so these are made for the college market, the younger market. This vehicle starts at under $20,000, which is almost impossible to find in nowadays markets. And this thing's perfect for a college kid that wants to get in his car, find a compact parking spot at school, but he also wants to go off-roading and go to the beach. So this thing's really cool. Got two completely different builds going on right here, so let's dig right into it. All right, so this is the 2.5 hybrid behind us. So this thing's only in front wheel drive, so we have it up in the air and kind of apart. So we're kind of lead into what it is and why it's apart and why we're scanning it. So you said this one's gonna be lowered, not lifted, which is really cool. So you guys have it all blown apart. What are you trying to do with all this stuff back here?
For our members that are coming in and take a look at these vehicles, right? Whether they bring in their own 3D scanning equipment or they rely on us to capture the data for them, or in another scenario where they can't make it to the event and they still need the data, we ourselves capture data for them, digitize the vehicle, and then send that over to them and share it with the entire SEMA membership.
Okay.
So what we do here is we lifted it up so that we can capture data all across this rear subframe. Now, these vehicles are unibody, right? So they depend on these front and rear subframes.
Yes.
So in a case here where rather than lifting the vehicle, you want to go lower, right? You're going to have to do that by either dropping the subframe or getting an aftermarket lowering spring or lowering shock. Yeah. So we need to capture this data for our members to have that as reference so that they can build that aftermarket product.
Got it. Okay, cool. So we got a bunch of suspension components that we're working on here, which is really cool. So you can raise or lower the height of the vehicle, but what about actual performance? So is this thing going to be just your grandma's car driving around, or are they actually going to be able to suit this thing up a little bit?
Yeah, it's a great question. So yes, this is going to be, rather than doing the off-road enthusiast, right? Yeah. We're going to go into that lower profile, again, mini truck, that sport truck. So again, you can see the exhaust right away, right?
Yeah,
so we will digitize this, scan it, follow the route of this so that somebody who's making an aftermarket exhaust can follow that same routing and see everything that's around it. Yeah. Whether you want to go with a larger diameter exhaust or you want to reroute it, you have all of this in a digital platform.
Got it.
Big brakes, 100%.
Okay.
So we digitize all of this, right? If somebody wants to make, maybe you're familiar with like caliper, or like caliper covers, stuff like that. Yeah. So we will digitize all of this in case they want to make a replacement part or they want to make, again, a bigger brake kit overall.
Yeah. So realistically, if you had a whole lowered subframe, you could have a company that would make an exhaust that would fit that subframe in this sense.
You got it. Yes, exactly.
So everything kind of works together.
Yeah.
I guess we'll walk around the front a little bit more and kind of go towards the front of the vehicle. So this one is front wheel drive. Do you, is the suspension on these in the front half the same at all, or is it completely a different truck underneath for the most part?
So, so the fronts, from what we've seen, and this is comparing digital CAD data, they are the same. Okay. The rears, obviously, all-wheel drive versus front-wheel drive, very different. So we definitely focus on getting as much detail in each of them so that our members, you can either make a suspension kit for the hybrid or the all-wheel drive.
Okay, and you're using this, which I can't just run into this without talking about it. So what is this and what does it do? It's scanning it, but I've never seen a tool like this.
Yeah, so this is what we do to digitize, this is what we use to digitize all the vehicles. So this is a Faro scan arm. We use this to focus on certain areas. Very, very detailed machine. Yeah. Goes down to 3.5 thousandths of an inch in tolerance. Wow. When we don't use this one, we actually use this other one. So this is an Artec Leo. It's a handheld scanner. And what we do is we use this to capture data of the interior of the beds, exterior surfaces, really larger scale.
Got it. So I think one of the most cool focal points of this thing is the massive headlight and grille assembly. So you guys can actually scan this and modify this for an off-road truck or a lower truck. So in this one, you're You guys are gonna scan this thing and totally change it, I guess, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what we've done is we've actually removed the grill off of this.
Okay.
And the reason why we do that, we take it off so that our members who are using the data that we capture can see all of the different mounting points.
Yeah.
So the reason why that's important is because when you develop something, you want it to be direct fit.
Yes.
Right? So that's what we focus on. So we think about it as what data do we need as if we were the designer of this?
Take a look at the four-wheel drive version. So this obviously has some subshafts and differential. So kind of explain the difference in what's going on over here.
Yeah, so here we have an all-wheel drive model, right?
Yes.
So what better application for an all-wheel drive model than to take it off-roading, right?
Oh yeah. Which looks like it's gotten a little bit before, which is good.
Oh, yeah, it's been proven,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So for our members here who want to design something that is going to get the vehicle at a much higher ground clearance,
yes.
we think about our members that are going to be designing an aftermarket shock,
yep.
a spring, maybe a lower control arm,
yes.
and we focus on the mounting points so that they can best develop those products. And again, at the same time, if you want to do a bigger brake kit, you could do it. We'll get the data for you.
Yeah.
But we really push forward to understand how all the different components are mated to the frame so that our members can have that as reference.
Got it. And everything's going to fit, and you'll know the geometry's still true, so you're not going to be driving all wonky down the road.
Yeah, exactly. You said it.
Yeah, wow, check that out. Look at how complex the the whole under subframe of this thing is. And you got a whole different its own little differential here. You got really convenient drain plug mounts and everything else. This whole underbelly of this thing, you have skid plates and everything's all tucked up nice if you do want to go off-roading. It's kind of a sleeper in a way. You wouldn't have thought just standing outside of the truck that it would be this in depth and this, capable. That's cool for sure. Well, let's go and drop these down a little bit and take a look at the inside because it's definitely got some cool interiors. All right, we're in the interior of this thing. This is actually really cool. There's a lot of creature comforts that I'm not familiar with because I have old cars, but tell me what some of the new benefits of this interior are.
Yeah, so they went with like this rugged look here. Again, see, it's kind of almost like a rock formation there. Yeah. In general, I've seen this development happen through a lot of the new models. There's a significant amount of compartments here.
Yes.
I mean, you think about all the stuff that you store in your pockets nowadays, right?
Yeah.
So it's really well compartmentalized.
Yeah, I noticed it also in the doors. If you look on the door, you can actually fit out like a large water bottle right in the armrest area, and it doesn't like lean over like sideways.
Yeah, you got it. So
you can fit a tablet, you can fit a book in there, whatever you want. It's actually really cool. There's tons of space, different cubbies, and there's you can lift the whole back seat up and put a whole thing of sports equipment back there. But yeah, very roomy for how I'm 6'2". I'm not crazy tall, but I'm definitely not small, and I have plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room. There's still room for, Sean or some little guy to sit in the back. Or even a big, no, you're 6'4", you can probably fit in the back.
There we go.
In the back?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't even moved the seat yet either. You touching the seat?
There's leg room.
That's not bad, yeah, that's a small truck. This is small, and it's very roomy inside, so definitely cool.
So we're in the FX4, right? So again,
yeah.
we think off-road.
Yes.
Aftermarket companies, when we scan this dashboard, they're going to figure out how to best fit their mounts on here so that you can have switches on here to operate those lights.
Yeah.
You got radio controllers, navigation system.
I definitely like the satin trim and the different Allen head screws that are in here. It's a very nice, it actually looks like a custom show car where everything's, machined to fit, and it's like a one-off piece. This is a really nice one-off style piece where it looks like everything is very well engineered to fit, and its contrast and its color, match the outside of the truck really well. And this thing's cool, this thing's comfortable. It does a lot of really cool things, honestly. So we just finished up with these two trucks. This is SEMA Garage, which I didn't even know was a thing, but apparently it's more than just SEMA Corporation. So SEMA Garage is a lot more than just a shop with some trucks in it. So you guys specialize in obviously scanning and manufacturing, but what is the main purpose of SEMA Garage?
So the overall benefit that a SEMA member can take away from this facility is to be able to utilize the tools that we have here without bearing the cost themselves. So that means is they don't have to go and purchase a 3D scanner. They can just use ours, right, and capture the data that way. We offer services in 3D printing. So if our members want to get a rapid prototype of their design, they just send us over the file, we'll print it for them and ship it over to them. So there's that. If a member is designing an air intake kit for this, for example, and you want to sell it in California, you need that CARB executive order, right? So we do all of that testing here in-house. We have a full team that does the paperwork for the certification and interfaces with CARB. And you know, these are all benefits that many people don't know that we offer as an association. So yeah, again, we invite people to come into our facility and take a look and understand all the benefits that they can take away.
Well, there you guys have it. I mean, there's a lot of development going on with these two trucks. These are not just your generic go to the store and go back home grandma trucks. They're a, you know, universal vehicle you can use for on-road, off-road, and a lot of customization. I do like the modern mini truck vibe that one's given off, as well as the off-road pre-runner that this one's given off. So there's a lot more than you can do than just get in them and drive them. And hopefully by the time or actually not hopefully, definitely by the time in 2022 when these things drop, there's gonna be a ton of aftermarket for you guys to choose from. So stay tuned and look at these, because that one gets over 40 miles to the gallon. This one gets, I think, just shy of it. And they'll both fit in nice little compact spaces and have a ton of aftermarket, and you can customize them any way you please. So with that being said, I thank you guys a bunch for having me.
Absolutely.
This is super cool. All right, so we're gonna continue this video. We're gonna head over to Irwindale, California. They have a Thursday night drift and drag night. We're gonna pick this video up. I'm gonna bring Garrett's Mustang. I'm gonna convince you to maybe do a burnout or you're zooming in on my face, or a drift or something. But yeah, let's go pick this video up at Irwindale. See you guys. All right, guys, making the way over to Irwindale right now. There's a burnout like drift night. So it's kind of like the Hoonigan Burnyard Bashes I filmed in the past. So we're gonna cruise over there, check some of that stuff out. Because of you guys are over at Irwindale. Oh yeah, look at that freaking windshield.
The destination is on your right, Irwindale Speedway.
Irwindale, baby! Man, they're still flagging people in. We are late. It is like 10, like almost, it's 9 o'clock. Are there people on the circle track? What the hell? There's a burnout box. Oh, this is pretty dope.
Got some Royces coming.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. Oh, we about to get a treat. All right, oh, look at the lighting. Nice. That's sick. Look at that. Woo, sketchy. Damn. All right, got the skid pad over there. So this is actually the exact same venue the Burnyard was at when we went to those events. And you can see the drag strip running behind me, which you'll see in about 2 seconds. There'll be some cars going by me. Right there. There's another one. So that's pretty cool. And then we got the they actually turned the Burnyard into a skid pad and they kept using it. So that's pretty cool. Anything out here. This is crazy. Hey look, it's my truck. Alright guys, that was pretty sick. Just had a pretty good time at the little burnout fest they got at Irwindale. Ford Maverick, honest opinion. I'm not even like, I'm being super genuine right here. That thing actually impressed me. I thought it was gonna be like a Honda Ridgeline. It's not like a Honda Ridgeline. It does not suck. A lot more aftermarket to do. You can lift it, you can lower it, you can do a lot of stuff that we were talking about. That wasn't just for camera. That's actually like a pretty legit truck. I would get one. I am a college kid. Wouldn't mind fitting in a compact spot, taking it to the desert or taking it to a car show. You know, there's a lot of cool things you can do with that thing. And it gets 40 miles to the gallon, so what's not to like about that? It's also under 20 grand, so you can't beat it. But with that being said, I had a great time. Garrett, thank you a ton for helping out.
Sure.
Put your tag down below. Go follow this guy.
Thank you.
But you guys clean Mustang and drove me all the way up here to LA to have a good time. But with that being said, thank you guys a ton for watching today's video. Shout out to SEMA Garage for inviting me up there. See you guys next time, next video. Bye guys.